Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Katarina Milankovic, and I am the funeral director of the Zgrada Generalstava. Today we gather around to commemorate the life of the Zgrada Generalstava, also known as the former Yugoslav Ministry of Defense building, a building located in the center of Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. There is no one person who lives in the city who does not know or has not seen the remains of the building. A building that was originally designed by one of the most significant Serbian modernist architects during the 50s, Nikola Dobrović, and also a building that immensely suffered from bombing attacks during the Yugoslav wars in the 90s. The building represents so many different emotions, as for some it is a symbol of freedom from the socialist Yugoslavia, for others it is a symbol of pride of modernist architecture, and for others it is a symbol of tragedy and despair. As of today, the building remains as a semi-collapsed structure in the city that has been abandoned for over 20 years. However, being abandoned and unused has given the building a new life of its own, where the Zgrada Generalstava has experienced change, both natural growth and deterioration throughout all this time. If we look into the details, the natural aspects of the site, such as the weather, have impacted the way the building has transitioned into something new. The bombing allowed for new elements to be exposed and for new organisms to take over the existing man-made structure. For example, the way mold grows due to humidity, or the way pipes are exposed and allow for wind to pass through them and create new sounds. Today, we would like to celebrate the life it has lived and the new life that is to come. The will of the building has been designed to allow the Zgrada Generalstava to experience a death through a controlled demolition that will become an architectural performance. The will highlights 7 different points that are unique to Belgrade, and these are addressed through 7 different seasonal events, which are to take place within the period of 1 year. The events go by the name of the wonders of the building, the waterfall, the balcony night, the sunset, the wind instrument, the snow collector, and last but not least, the rebirth. The idea is that each event will highlight an aspect of the building, such as the facade, the interior, the services, or the slabs, and this will be used to create the different events. By removing parts and floors one by one in a controlled way, the aim is to achieve its maximum disappearance. A system of demolition using sandbags has been designed for this controlled demolition to take place, which works as a sand clock where we would be able to control what collapses when it collapses and where it lands. By debilitating the structure prior to each event, the sandbags act as a mechanism of transferring weight and pulling structural props that support the weakened structure and allow for elements to fall. The controlled demolition is designed to create new spaces for the upcoming events, as well as allowing for a new site to be built in parallel, which will ultimately serve as the rebirth of the building. So, event 1, the wonders of the building. The wonders of the building starts in the summertime, making the most of the light and casting of shadows. The event will allow for people to navigate through the structure and observe the specific points of the building, ultimately leading them to reach the top of the structure, where we will be able to experience and take part in the initial part of the demolition. Event 2 is the waterfall, and the waterfall takes place during the rainy seasons of Serbia, which is during the months of June and July. The slabs of the building will be broken and will create an inclined formation of the broken floors, with the broken floors that will create a cascade whenever rainwater falls on them. Event 3 is the Balkan Night, and the Balkan Night is an event a night event where projections will be played on the facade as this one starts to be taken down. This will allow for screens of rubble to be created in specific locations, which will be used for the next event. Event 4 is the sunset, and the sunset is an event that will allow for people to experience the sunset through the ruins. As the sunset approaches, the screens of rubble will begin to fall and create the most outstanding view. Event 5 is the wind instrument. The wind instrument will be an opportunity for reconfiguring the existing services and creating a sound installation that will play with the koshova, which are strong northeast winds during the colder seasons. The snow collector is about covering the building in snow, and this will be done almost at the end when there is not much of the building left. Ultimately, these 6 events will be the creators of the 7th event, which is the rebirth, a memorial park that will comply with the building's most desired wish, to be invisible but remembered forever. Certain spaces and features will be created as a result of the demolition and will become the new life of the site. Opportunities for rainwater cascades will be created wherever concrete floors have fallen on top of each other. Green spaces will be created through the growth of moss in shaded and humid area. Natural ponds will be created by excavating into the ground and filling it with rubble, collected dust and rainwater. Sand will be reused to change the site's topography over time. For example, as sand erosion happens, it will be directed to form a sort of playground. The Zgrada Generalstava will be missed. Its disappearance will definitely have an impact on the city, both physically and emotionally. However, the funeral design for the former Yugoslav Ministry of Defense building aims to celebrate its life and death through this architectural proposal. Thank you.